They're off in the Naira Benz Haskell. Kentucky Outlaw broke slowly. Journalism did not have a quick beginning. He was away second to last, and he's going to be off the pace today. Bracket Buster, he's on the lead. Goal-oriented, strides level, and there's Kentucky Outlaw. He likes to be on the lead. He's kept outside going into the first turn run here, and Kentucky Outlaw 50-1 was last out of the gate, and he's first well off the rail with Florent Giroux as they stride into the first turn run. So it's going to be Kentucky Outlaw here to set the pace, and he's on the lead today, 3/4 of a length ahead. Bracket Buster running in the second spot, goal-oriented, placed perfectly today. He's running in third. Then Wild and Crazy Night, Gosker to the outside. He's 4 lengths off the lead, 1.5 lengths to National Law. Journalism, he's second to last today on the outside. Now 6 off the pace and 5 back to Burnham Square. Has plenty of work to do to reel all of them in as they head down the backstretch. The 50-1 long shot, Kentucky Outlaw leads the parade down the backstretch here in the Naira Benz Haskell, 1.5 lengths in front. Goal-oriented is second. Bracket Buster down on the inside as they go into the far turn. Goal-oriented, not asked for his best yet. Gosker is getting closer, 3 wide. There he goes, and Journalism is following his move. Now Kentucky Outlaw gives way, and goal-oriented on the ladies in front. Gosker's making a race of it, and Journalism is third now, continues the sustained run on the outside. They're at the top of the stretch in the Naira Benz Haskell. Gosker head in front, goal-oriented, trying to keep up. He's second. Journalism on the outside needs to quicken right now. 1 furlong to go. Gosker, goal-oriented inside, stubborn. Journalism, here he comes with those big, robust strides. Journalism, he's the headliner today. What a perfectly timed ride, and what a classy champion. Journalism wins the Naira Benz Haskell. Photo for second, goal-oriented, and Gosker.
Up in time, and Rispoli has something to say to the crowd about that one.
Yeah, I mean, he takes your breath away. I mean, he makes you worry all the way down the stretch. I think he was perfectly ridden by Umberto Rispoli. He didn't get away all that great, which was fine. He let him settle. He saved ground in the first turn. He tipped him out, and he waited for that last 3/16 of a mile burst. He did have to work harder than I thought he would, and I think to Randy's point, it might be some races catching up to him now. But what courage he showed in winning anyway.
Does this horse have a flair for the dramatic or what? In the Santa Anita Derby, it looked like he wasn't going to be able to get up. He wasn't going to be able to, to run down Baeza, and he did anyway. Certainly in the Preakness, it looked like he had no chance after all that trouble at the 3/16 pole. And yet here he comes in the shadow of the wire, and he wins anyway. And again here, he looked beaten at the 8th pole. It looked like he was going to run third at one point, but then you say to yourself,
another gear.
It's journalism. It's journalism. He can kick it in, and boy did he.
But he's also running against the bias of Monmouth Park. Monmouth Park is a speed-oriented, rail-oriented type racetrack, so he's circling the field and trying to make up ground on 2 really good horses late. So even kind of more of a feather in his cap for doing that here.
Gosker's going to get a complex.
He's avoiding Journalism from now on, doesn't want to see him again. But you did have quite the battle on the inside between Gosker and goal-oriented, and up and over the top comes Journalism. What do you take away primarily from this race? You said it wasn't maybe as flashy as we thought, but what were you most impressed by him?
Well, I'll tell you what, 148.15 for the running time based on some of the other races on the day is excellent. Now, we need to get rain, which might have tightened up the racing surface. But, I think all 3 of those horses, Gosker improved. I think goal-oriented improved substantially. The Preakness was a 15-day layoff for him. So with the extra time off, he got a lot better. Baffert had him primed, but Journalism still ran him down.
I think Journalism showed 2 things. That I think he is really effective with a late burst, but I also think you've got to give him credit for his courage.
Can you put us in a moment? Hold that thought. Let's get to Edzo quickly.
All right, Britt, thanks very much. Michael McCarthy, Journalism, just when the Haskell take me through the start, because it was a little adventurous to start, take me through the whole race.
Yeah, kind of a little bit like the Belmont. Didn't look like he broke as well as we would have liked today. Obviously, you saw Umberto kind of after him into the first turn here. Going around the first turn, I saw Umberto look like he pulled his stick through to kind of get him to kind of pay attention a little bit. As soon as they got up the backside, he started to engage a little bit. Not quite like we had seen in previous races, but he was starting to pick him off slowly but surely around the turn. He'd had that long, kind of timed run that we're used to seeing with him. And Took him a little while to get to the front today. I'm not sure if that was by design from Umberto, but with a target in front of him, he's just a different horse.
Well, I got to ask you, what might be in the offering for journalism?
Judging by the amount of mud on him, a pretty hot bath today, nice hot bubble bath, and we'll go ahead and get back to the barn. We'll enjoy this tonight and kind of think about what we're going to do from here.
Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you.
Let's go to Nick Luck.
All right, Umberto Rispoli, what a horse race that was. Just tell me about it from your vantage point.
Look, Nick, he didn't break sharp as he does it. He was a little bit ranking the gate today, so he came out there pretty bad. And then all of a sudden, he's never been afraid about the kickback, but today he was really, he didn't really like it in his face. So the backside, I was trying to keep as much as close as Luis, because I know he's my target. He's going to take me wherever I want. But the funny thing was then the top of the stretch, I think I'm out of the horse. But the more you ride in hard him, the more he gives to you. What a horse, what a champion.
We know this horse has got class. How much heart did he have to show today?
The class is bigger than the heart is bigger than the class, Nick. I swear to God, it's you feel like on a diesel, like he's motoring, and you never know once he's gonna took off. But once he took off, what a horse! To do what he did today again, it's unbelievable. Congratulations to all the partners involved and Michael McCarthy, trainer.
Well done, Umberto.
Thank you, Nick.
All right, Brittany.
A big victory there, a first in the Haskell for both Michael McCarthy and Umberto Rispoli. The horse that they call King Kong gets the job done today. Another signature victory. And you know what? He punches his ticket to the Breeders' Cup Classic. It's all journalism.